What's a short, clean joke that gets a laugh every time? Reverses the car. This takes me back. Whenever I'm near a ladder I say this is my stepladder. I never met my real ladder. Edit. Thanks for the silver, folks. I'm here till Thursday. Don't forget to tip your waitress. My brother who has a stutter is in prison. It's just heartbreaking knowing he won't ever finish his sentence. My wife is really mad that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my stuff and write. I'm deathly afraid of elevators, but I'm working through it one step at a time. 2 antennas get married. The ceremony was boring, but the reception was great. My mom told me to stop acting like a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. How do you make a waterbed more bouncy? Add spring water. A limbo champion walked into a bar. He was disqualified. People from Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but people from Abu Dhabi do. I went to the doctor with hearing problems. He said, can you describe the symptoms? I said Homer's a fat dude and Marge has blue hair. Why did the old man fall into a well? Because he couldn't see that well. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke timing? On the one hand you can put in whatever you want here relevant to your convo, but on the other hand, you have 5 fingers. What happened to the man running in front of the car? He was tired. What happened to the man running behind the car? He was exhausted. I prefer. Ask me what the secret to comedy is. What's the secret T? Timing. Reminds me of our favorite joke at home. Disclaimer, my kids are under 10, and so is my sense of humor. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting co. Moo. That joke tends to work on all ages, assuming they haven't heard it yet. It was the first joke my young kids really pulled apart and we dissected. We used to do interrupting confused cow / interrupting confused cow wh. Quack, or once the joke was established polite cow / polite cow who / moo. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. A mushroom walks into a bar. Hey, we don't serve food here. Come on. I'm fungi. You know the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are wanted. Even better if you tell this joke in front of your in-laws. Have you heard of Murphy's Law? Yes, anything can go wrong will go wrong. What's about Cole's Law? No, it's a thin sliced cabbage dripped in mayonnaise and sour cream. This joke almost made my husband hang up on me 8/10. Sometimes I tell dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. My dad cried as he opened his 60th birthday card and said one world been enough. I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible. I got the same one, so I returned it and got a replacement. When I got home and opened it, the pages were blank. I had no words to describe how angry I was. Will you, won't you, darling, dear, come to hear my Lagore here? Come to read my periphrasis, pleonastic word oasis? What a treasure, poorly cherished, 'tis to speak with twice embellished, thrice adorned and stranger leaning, cryptic words of shrouded meaning. My loquacious disposition, by my very own admission, often causes such astounding complications, much confounding. For you see, I love conveying labyrinthine ways of saying things that might be better suited less intensely convoluted. So it is I'll say sincerely, darling, dearest, hold me dearly, take a breath and shout in chorus. Let us make a new thesaurus. What's the best part about living in Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Why do blind people hate skydiving? It scares the hell out of their dogs. Dr. Frankenstein entered a bodybuilding contest. Upon arrival he realized he misunderstood the objective. Why do scuba divers fall backwards out of the boat? Because if they fell forward they would still be in the boat. Because the combination of their forward-facing fins and the weight distribution of the tank with respect to their body can more easily make them collide with the boat. Also, landing on your inflated BC with a weighted tank pushing down on you is disorienting and could cause an injury if the tank knocks you in the head, which is made worse from your head already being downwards in the water. Hear about the scarecrow that won an award. He was just outstanding in his field. I invented a new word. Plagiarism. Three blind guys walk into a bar. You would think the first one would have warned the other two. Why do you never see hippos hiding in trees? They're that good. Two whales walk into a bar. The bartender asks them what they want. The first whale says, "Try without inhaling much, really loud and long whale noise." The second whale says, "Inhale really deeply, shut up, you're drunk." A Mexican magician says he will disappear on the count of 3. He says dos, poof, he disappeared without a trace. Why is justice best served cold? Cause otherwise it's just water. My friend thinks he is smart. He told me an onion is the only food that makes you cry, so I threw a coconut at his face. I told my wife she drew her eyebrows on too high. She looked surprised. Why did Sarah fall off the swing? She has no arms. Knock knock. Who's there? Not Sarah. Two fish are sitting in a tank. The first fish turns to the second and yells, "You man the guns, I'll drive." The version I heard / tell. It's in a tree and it's white. If it falls out of the tree your refrigerator is broken. What is it? Your refrigerator. I like the Albanian knock knock joke. You ask the other person if they've heard of it, then ask them to start. Them, knock knock. You, who's there? Them, confused laughter. Start with, knock knock, who's there? Interrupting cow WMOOOOO. Then, move to, knock knock, who's there? Interrupting starfish W. Then put your open palm close to their face. Reminds me of my favorite joke. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? The bartender asks 3 logicians if they all want beer. Maybe, yes. And we got to the end of our /AskReddit short good jokes. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. See you next time.